Good morning, and welcome to Unity Spiritual Center, Saxe, this August 22nd, 2021. Let's close our eyes and take a deep breath together. Start relaxing your body, your mind, opening your heart. Letting go of all distractions, things that may be running through your head about what you're going to do later today or this week. Just let everything go. And perhaps for the first time in today or several days, tap into your core, that inner space where our awareness of the divine is heightened. That place of eternal peace, absolute peace that dwells within us and expresses as us. Breathe from that place. Let yourself rest in it, knowing that an unlimited fount of goodness, prosperity, vibrant health, love, joy, belonging, connectedness, all of it is right there within us, closer than even our fingertips. It is from this place that all things spring. So we just let ourselves relax here to just be. You can start taking off all the hats that you wear throughout the day, throughout the week. Partner, spouse, significant other, volunteer, employee, business owner, son, daughter, grandmother, grandfather, whatever it is, whatever roles you play, here we just get to be. To be the love and the light that we were created to be. To enjoy and rest in the love and light that was ours from the first moment of creation. Just relax and be. Let go, let God. Let God and let go. Just relax, knowing that all of us are here by divine appointment. There are no coincidences. We're here to have an experience together, whether we are sitting in this room here at 5502 Ben Davis, or we are watching remotely. We are all inextricably connected. We are one. That's one with a capital O. Love with a capital L. Life with a capital L. And now here from this place of centeredness and groundedness, we sing our centering song, Spirit's Prayer.
Loving Spirit dwells in me. This is my divinity. As within, so without. All I need is here and now. Where there's air, let me love. May I have no fear. All the power, all the glory, I surrender, let it be. Loving Spirit dwells in me, now and evermore. Loving Spirit dwells in me. This is my divinity. As within, so without. All I need is here and now. Where there's air, let me love. May I have no fear. All the power, all the glory, I surrender, let it be. Loving Spirit dwells in me, now and evermore.
Good morning. All right, so why don't we all together read the children's blessing? Okay? Children of light, we see you guided and directed by an inward spirit that leads you into the path that is right for you. We see you strong and whole. We see you blessed and prospered. We see you courageous and confident. We see you as the spiritually perfect beings you truly are, children of light. We bless you. Hi. And today's inspirational moment is from Tracy Brown's I Turn to Prayer. And the word is unlimited abundance. All that exists is from spirit and of spirit. So there are no limits upon what spirit can be, can create, and can provide. Spirit is limitless and generous. All created by Spirit have unlimited access to the good provided by and created by Spirit. I am part of that unlimited good. I can tap into my own good and be directly in the flow of limitless abundance. All my physical and emotional needs are provided for. I have the money and time I need to generously support people and programs I care about. I am always in the flow of good and receiving an ever-expanding portion of good. So if we can repeat this affirmation 3 times. I rely on an ever-expanding reserve to provide all I need for as long as I live. I rely on an ever-expanding reserve to provide all I need for as long as I live. I rely on an ever-expanding reserve to provide all I need for as long as I live.
There's a lot of people here. We're so glad to be here. Oh. These are our faces. Sure they are.
Here's to the trains I've missed, the love I've lost, bridges
Right from the first strum of that guitar, I was there. I was there. Thank you. Hillary sang, "There is a place I know. There's a place I know." And I think each of us needs to know what our place, that place for us. You know, in the opening I talked about life with a capital L, life, love with a capital L. And I think there's a place with a capital P. That is this place of knowingness and a place of, gosh, I'm just so moved. We have been given a life that is just so rich. And I think our ability to live an abundant life, as we're going through these last 3 weeks, now this 4th week, talking about prosperity, we have to know that place from which all things spring. And I think once you discover that place, that you do get to this place where I feel I am right now, where it's just, I'm feeling it all over me. So this place is not just a locale with longitude and latitude. It's a place in my heart. It's a place where I am. It's where I am with all of you. It is the space in my heart that feels love. It is this feeling of peace that I have as I move through my day. It is the love of family. It is being able, the feeling I have when I work out. That's the place. That's the place. That's the place. And I think once you get that life is that place that you know. I've talked before about this knowingness, the place that you know, that you know, that you know, that you know, that you know. That place, this. Here, the gut feeling, the thing that you feel that that you can't deny, and even if you can't explain it to other people, you have an assuredness of that. And it's palpable almost. Palpable. This feeling that I have now is palpable. We've been given within us something that is us and expresses as us, that is unlimited. And from there, everything that we have in life, everything that we experience, everything that we can have and enjoy, all of it springs from that place. The place you know. And so as we talk about prosperity and money and abundance and health and wealth and all the things that comprise that, we then need to get to that place that we trust that the place exists. That you know, that you know, that you know, that you know, that you know. That place. That place I call God. That feeling I call God. That experience I call God. This thing that's welling in me right now as I speak is God. And so as we think about the things that we want and desire in life, the things that we want to manifest, and we go through all the steps that we talked about up until this week, now we get to, and you see that picture in your head, then you get to this place where you let God and you let go. Usually it's people say let go and let God. I think somebody said this to me a long time ago, that we need to get to let God and then let go. Let God first. Be in that place first. And then trust like you trust nothing else. Because that is the only thing that is constant, eternal, abundant, effortless, All you have to do is be in the place. You don't have to do anything, be anything, learn anything, buy anything, execute anything. Just be in it, in the place that you know, that you know, that you know, that you know, that you know. Just be there. And keep the picture and then let go. Because after that, this force that is at our will starts to work. Many of you may have heard that the how is none of our business. The how is none of our business. Because in our power, as we call things first, then things start to happen that we don't have to have any power over. All we have to do is say, I desire this, and have a picture of it, and then let go. And say, do your work. Do your work. And then let it happen. And don't be attached to the how. If you're one who likes control, like I often do, I want to know about the how. I want the roadmap. Lay it out, let me see it, let me approve it. Because I know the best way it should go. And I've already got this picture in my mind. So, universe, get with the program. But when we try to control, when we try to make the hows our hows, we limit the process. And we also create more stress for ourselves. We create more stress. We white knuckle through it, and then we're trying to tick all the boxes and say, well, here's my map. Okay, this thing happened, that happens now. Steps 4 and 5 are supposed to fall in, and I want them to fall in at my timing. Show up the way I want you to show up and make it look like this. And if you're really in the place where you know that you know that you know, you should know that whatever shows up is your heart's desire. Is your heart's desire. Sometimes in our effort to control and our effort to make it look the way we want it to look, we get stuck in a narrow-minded view, like blinders on a horse, and all you can see is this thing. And the universe says, I have a gazillion ways to make this happen. I have access to people and places and resources and things that you know nothing about. That you may never know about, and you probably don't need to know about. So don't worry your pretty little head about it. Sit down, let me do my work. But if you're in that place that you know, that you know, that you know, that you know, you can do that. You can sit back and just hold the picture. And perhaps we say this or something better, or whatever it is you want to say. Affirm that your highest and best is coming now. And I may not know what I look like, but what it looks like, but I kind of sort of think it looks like this. But I trust that my heart's desire is coming to me in ways that I could not imagine. We talked about imagination. Let God and let go. Get to that place. And really our work is to stay in that place. Stay in that place. As I was thinking about this talk, and things are coming from all different directions about what to talk about and what things to interject, and do I have a quote that I want to read, and what book do I want to go to? Things just started coming, and the land of milk and honey came up. The land of milk and honey. And as I was reading about that, there was one rabbi that said that milk and honey we don't have to work for. We don't have to do the work. That actually the honey that's talked about in the Bible was probably fruit nectar and not bees' honey. And milk was coming from livestock. So somebody else is doing the work. We're just there in the land of good, to receive. Manna was something that came from the heavens into the desert where there was nothing. And it provided sustenance to the Israelites wandering in the desert. And they were fed and nurtured by this manna from heaven. It just came in a place where there was nothing for them to partake. All we have to do is be in the place with a capital P. Be there. Stay there. Relish in it. Embrace it. Roll around in it. Enjoy it. Feast in it. Let it sink into your bones so that you feel it in every cell under your body. Let it rock your world. Daily, go to the place. We are always in the place. The place is always accessible. It's always there. We're swimming in it. Like everything that's in the sea swims in the ocean. They know nothing else. They trust that everything they need is there, their instinct. And they just follow their instinct and go where they're led for everything that they need. We have the same opportunity to swim in this ocean, this place of being and knowingness. And just know that it's coming. And know that it's coming in a way that will speak to your heart. It is always more than enough. It's always better than you could have imagined. Always in ways, if we'll let the universe work, it'll always work in ways that we could not have orchestrated ourselves if we'll just step out of the way. And hold that vision and reaffirm. But it takes trust. It takes trust. A lot of us don't trust a lot of things. Because everything in life is changeable. Everything can change in an instant. I know people have been married for 30 years and suddenly somebody's walking away from it. You know, you're in good health one day and then suddenly you get a diagnosis. And somebody's gone weeks later. Life can change on a dime. Everything is changeable except for the place. The place. The place that we know. And if things aren't working the way we think they should work, if we're not living the way we think we should live, then perhaps we've forgotten about the place. You can't wander out of it because it's been given to us. We just have to access it. We have to remember it's there and stop talking about all the things we don't have. And stop affirming things that we don't want. And setting our sights, placing our trust in things that are changeable. The things of the world. Seek first the kingdom, and all things shall be added unto you. All things shall. When Jesus talks, when he talks about the promises, the covenant with man, he never says perhaps or maybe. He always says will, shall. It is done. There's always a promise there. Always, always, always. We have to remember the promise. You have to remember the promise that there's a place from which all things spring. And that place is here. That place is here. In everything. Omnipresent. Omniscient. Omnipotent. So no matter what the issue is, there is a solution. No matter how dire you think your circumstances are, there is a fix for that. There can be abundance again. No matter how terrible you feel physically, there can be healing. It's just the place. It's very simple. Jesus always spoke in simple terms. Very simple. He didn't make it hard for people to figure out. You didn't have to do calculations. And when he worked, when he manifested things, when he created miracles, he just stood in the place. He stood in the place of knowingness. Often he looked up, symbolizing that he's looking at source. He's invoking this, the divinity that he is, the divinity that we all are, that he had a confidence in and could do things that no one else attempted because we're not in the place. We're not seeing that. We're not feeling that place. Jesus knew that place. And again, he said, I'm not special. You can do this. You can do this. And more. And more. Jesus always stood in his confidence, not wavering from the place. That's all we need to do, is be in the place. So what are we worried about? Why worry? Why worry? I found myself saying more often throughout the day, the universe always provides. The first time a hint of worry or concern comes up in my head, or a negative framing of something, I go to now, automatically, the universe always provides. Always provides. So I can remember the place on which I stand. Holy ground all the time. You're always in holy ground. Fertile land. The land of milk and honey. That's all we have. If we'll see it. If we're willing to rip off the blinders and stay in the place. The place I know. Hillary sang about coming from a place of hurt and hell to a place I know where there is goodness and love. We got to know that place. So what is it? What is it that you need to do to feel that place, to know that place? What is it? What do you need to let go of? What do you need to stop saying? How do you need to start your day? How do you need to move through your day? What is it? Think about your lives and how you're living, how you're thinking. And find the place. That place that you'll carry with you no matter where you go. Because again, it's not about locale. So even if you're in the midst of a crowd and all hell is breaking loose, you can be in the place. And know that infinite good is at work in that place of chaos. Everybody else running around, bat crazy. You can be in the place. And you'll know you're there when people start saying, "What's wrong with you?" "What are you looking so peaceful for?" I say that to my husband a lot. He's often in the happy place. And I do. Because I didn't grow up in a house where there's a happy place. And so my reptilian brain always goes to, "What are you smiling about? Like what is that?" Wipe that smirk off your face. Gotta be something, because, So I've had to construct a life where I remind myself of that place. I have to take myself to that place. He lives there more often than I do. We live in the same house, so obviously, yeah, nothing to do with the address. It's got nothing to do with where you are physically. Because we're sitting in the same 3 feet. He's smiling. I'm wondering, what's wrong with him? So I know that I have to work to be in the place. And I think that's why when I find that place, when that music took me away and I thought, oh my God, this is the place that I know. And music often takes me there. So when I know, when I'm forgetting that there is a place with a capital P, music will take me there in a heartbeat. Because man, I went, as soon as you hit that guitar, oh my God. And then when you started, and then it all went, and I got reminded, yes, that there is a place. So when you were singing that, I kept hearing that. There's a place I know, there's a place I know, there's a place I know. And everything is there for me. Everything. And so get in that place. Find it, whatever it is that works for you to help you find that place, whether you sit in your garden, go for a walk, listen to music, paint, draw, construct something, tear something down, whatever it is, get to the place. I don't care what you do to get there, get there. Get there. And affirm what it is you want. Relish in that feeling, in that place, in that beingness, that groundedness, because nothing can touch you in that place. Nothing. Nothing. And then let go of the rest. Call something in when you're in that place and let it unfold the way it should unfold. Whenever I do that, it does knock my socks off, and I think, how did that happen? Things that don't make sense will happen. Things that are unusual will happen. And they look like miracles to us, but it's just this force that is love bringing to you your heart's desire. That's all it is. And it's the natural way of life with a capital L. It's a natural way. And when times get tough, when you can't see it anymore, affirm the place. Go back to the place. And know that there's a river of goodness flowing my way right now. And it will speak to my heart's desire. It answers all that I need. It resolves this issue that I'm perceiving right now. I know that the perfect resolution is heading my way. And then let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. So now in this 4th week, more cards, more reminders. You pass those around. I trust in the creative power of my innate divinity. All that I see, believe, and celebrate is made manifest in ways far better than I could have imagined. I trust in the creative power of my innate divinity. That's the place. That's the place. All that I see, believe, and celebrate is made manifest in ways far better than I could have imagined. Keep imagining those things, calling them in, and knowing that when we let God and let go, that those things are made manifest in ways far better than you could have imagined. Stop controlling. Let Jesus take the wheel, as they say. Stop grabbing the wheel back. You know, we become backseat driver. We're hitting the brake and the gas. When somebody else is in the driver's seat, we're shouting, don't go there, turn here. You missed the light, slow down. You know how we do when we're, the passenger, somebody else is driving. Why'd you go that way? I didn't want that. Oh my God, you almost hit somebody. I do it all the time. Just let the universe drive and enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. Look out the window. Keep imagining. Look at all the pretty things as you go by in the car. As you're driving through life, enjoy it. And let Jesus take the wheel. Let go, let God, and let go. But find the place. That's where it all springs from. That place that you trust everything implicitly until you can feel it in your bones. And nobody can tell you otherwise. Even if they have rational reasons and all things kind of lined up about why it's not going to happen, and you can't have it because stuff like that doesn't happen, let alone to you. Whether you're telling yourself that or somebody else is telling you that. Usually we're telling ourselves that, aren't we? Yeah. Got this long list about why it can't happen. Never happened before. All the things about ourselves that don't matter about why it shouldn't happen or can't happen. And the universe is over here saying, just go to the place. I'm here. I'm ready to bring it, because all these things at my disposal, everything is at my disposal. Omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent. Things can start happening on the other side of the world to make your thing happen right here. And all you have to do is know that you're in the land of milk and honey, that there's nothing you have to do to create the fertile ground. The ground's already fertile. You just have to plant the seed. And the seed is your imagination. The seed is your affirmation. The seed is your trust. Your willingness to sit and be in the place. Find the place, find the place, find the place. It's a beautiful thing to be in. It's a beautiful experience of life. Life changes, and everything that you'll see, no matter what it is that's going on, you will see it as infinite good. Even turmoil. Even everything that everybody else is crying about, you'll be able to look at it and know that infinite good is at work in that because you're in the place. And that's why they're still looking at you funny, because you're not worried. Yeah, yike. I'm just going to let her do the talk. Yeah. Just be in the place and let everything else go. Let it all go. Stop worrying. You don't have to control everything. You don't have to control a thing because you can't control it anyway. Which is really the truth. There's nothing to control but being in the place. It's your one job, to be in the place. Let's take this in a meditation. Let's let the beauty of that little voice let us be in this place. Find that place right now within you, right in this chair, right here. No matter where you're sitting, watching remotely, or here in this room with me. I want you to get to that place where you know that you know that you know. Whatever it is you got to do, whatever you need to picture or say to yourself, whatever that is, do that now. I want you to feel it. Feel it in your bones. Know it like you know nothing else. And then let it wash over you and through you. Let that feeling circulate through your veins. Feel it lighting up every cell of your body. This is the kingdom of heaven. This is your experience of source. The place from which all things flow. So in this experience of letting God, what is it that you need to let go of right here and right now? All of us have something that's occurred this week, something that's on our minds, that we need to let the universe work. Get out of the driver's seat. And just let it go. See it for what it is. And know that infinite good is having its way with it right now. That its resolution, its manifestation will speak to and fulfill your heart's desire. It is for your highest and good, because that's all the universe does. Place that we know is fertile ground. With more divine ideas than we could possibly know. More strength, more power, more love, more understanding, more wisdom. Allow it to speak and work through you right now, right here, with that one thing you are letting go of this morning. Bless it. Speak words of prosperity and happiness upon that thing and let it go. And so as we let go, we give thanks for its perfect resolution and manifestation in your life. Let your heart celebrate knowing that it is done. Knowing that it is done. And you are just free to be as the universe does its work, as infinite good does its work. Let's take a deep breath in and exhale. Breathe in, exhale. Relaxing even more, saying yes and thank you to divine resolution. Saying yes and thank you to divine resolution. To all the hows that we know nothing about and don't have to orchestrate. This place that we know is available to us always, 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 no matter the outer circumstances. And this thing that you feel right here, this peace that you feel right now, can be yours in every moment. Every moment. Every moment. And so it is, and so it shall be. Amen. So from this place of peace and groundedness, let's now lift the names of those for whom we want to pray. for Robin. For all those who love Vicky High.
Yes.
For Melissa. For the Andrews family and the Pitts family. For Anne. For all those that we have named and all those who we have not named in this moment, but who are in our hearts and minds, we know that the universe is at work in their lives right now, and their highest and best is now at work and is being made manifest in their experience. And so we trust, we let God, and we let go in this moment, knowing that there is only infinite good at the back of all things. And so it is, and so it shall be. Amen. So from infinite source, we know that that is the beginning of all things, first cause of all things, including our resources, whether it's money that we give, our time and our talent. So let's now recite our celebration of giving. Together, divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all the good that I am and have, all the good that I give and receive, and so it is.
In our place at this moment, it helps for our guitars to be in tune. So,
That first one was a Walt Wilkins song, and this is a Steve Earle song. We're so happy to be with you guys.
I believe in prophecy. Some folks see things not everybody can see. And once in a while they pass a secret along to you and me. And I believe in miracles. Something sacred burning in every bush and tree. We can all learn to sing the songs the angels sing. Yes, I believe in God, but God ain't me. And I've traveled around the world. I've stood on mighty mountains and gazed upon the wilderness. I've never seen a line in the sand or a diamond in the dust. And as our fate unfurls, every day that passes I'm sure about a little bit less. Even my money keeps telling me it's God I need to trust. Yes, I believe in God, but God ain't us. out of my little understanding, don't care what name I call. Whether or not I believe doesn't matter at all. I receive the blessings that every day on earth's another chance to get it right. Let this little light of mine shine and rage against the night. And it's another lesson. Maybe someone's watching and wondering what I got. Maybe this is why I'm here on earth, and maybe not. But I believe in God, and God is God. Thanks y'all for having us.
Let's bless our offering. We are infinitely grateful, deeply grateful for all the time, treasure, and talent that flows into this community so that we can do our perfect work. We are infinitely blessed with giving hearts that make this place work and enable us to spread a message of peace, love, joy, harmony, and unity. Amen. Quentin, can I have the slides, please? So this is our 4th week in our prosperity practice. So week 1 was blessing our money, things as they come in and go out. Divine love as me blesses and increases all that I give and all that I receive. I give and receive with joy and gratitude. Continuant blessing. So it's not like after you get to week 2 that you stop blessing everything. This is a lifestyle and a way that we bless our lives always. So keep blessing everything, not just money. Week 2, we reframed. So continue to bless, reframe your language about that income and outgo and other things in our lives, all the things that you want to manifest in your life. So sometimes when you realize you've said something that affirms lack and limitation, you want to ask that question, is that really what I want? And if it's not, reframe it. Reframe it. And week 3, last week, we talked about visualization. I have eyes to see the good within and around me. I see beyond present circumstances to the good I desire. So lift your eyes away from what's happening right now, the things that you see and that you're got your hands on. You're clenching your fist about the things you want to control. And now in week 4, we're letting God and we're letting go. So trust, trust, trust. That place that you know. And if you don't have that place, you don't know what that is, start your search about it. And the best way to do that is to ask. Show me the place that I need to be, the place as in the place in your heart. Okay? And it'll come. So trust and then let go. We control nothing but this, our consciousness. And that changes everything. Everything. Fred, did you have anything today? Do I need to ask that question? Fred, do you have anything? Fred always has something.
Fred always has something. I do have a couple announcements, but before I do that, I'll tell you all a quick story. There was a guy on the beach, and an angel came down and said, "Look, God is really proud of you, and so he's going to grant you anything that you want." And the guy said, "Man, you know what? I would love to go to Hawaii, but I'm just absolutely scared to fly. Can you build me a road to Hawaii and let me drive there?" And God, the angel said, look, that's a logistical nightmare. There's just no way that's going to work. You need to rethink this and think about something else, wish for something else. So he thought a minute and he said, well, you know, I've been married 5 times. All 5 of my ex-wives said that I was insensitive, I didn't listen, I was an emotional constipation. He said, I would love to know what they're thinking, what they're feeling, and what they're emotionally involved in. Angel said, do you want 2 lanes or 4 lanes on this? It just isn't that simple.
Thank you.
2 things. At the community coffee house that we do on the 2nd Saturday of each month, last month, or this month, we had Bob Barraza, Mike and Cece's son, who did a wonderful job. And he has so graciously provided us with CDs, free CDs. So they're on the table out there. Just feel free to help yourself to a CD, and you can thank Bob the next time you see him. The other thing is we're in the process of trying to restripe our parking lot. So, one of those paints, which is the fire lane, takes 24 hours to dry because it's an oil-based paint. So the people that are doing it have asked that if you could at all be careful when you pull in. The parking spots are okay, but that fire lane, just be careful not to drive across it for about 2 days to make sure that we have time enough to let it cure so that we don't have to redo it, because this has been a process. As everybody well knows, nothing is simple when you start out. I thought it was going to be simple. It wasn't. But anyway, so just be careful to stay off the fire lanes for a little bit, and then we'll be fine. Thank you.
Mission and vision?
You know, as Kim said earlier, and it was also brought out in the music, when we want to manifest something, when we want Source to open a door, let go with the damn handle. Okay, if you guys would repeat with me the vision and mission statement. We are
Unity Spiritual Center, Saxe. We are a thriving global community of spiritual seekers,
transforming lives through love and the expression of our innately divine gifts. Our mission is to inspire spiritual and personal growth through the teaching and demonstration of unity principles toward the realization of living our best lives. Divine wisdom is at work in every area of our lives right now. Everything is always working out for us. Thank you.
Thank you very much for spending your Sunday morning with us. We love you all. Your presence and your power and your love makes this the best place to be always. So have a wonderful Sunday, a glorious week. Namaste. Namaste.